All the directors were in glass offices. And one of the things I witnessed that I was like, you guys are just ridiculous. A manager was needing to show a document to the director, but the director was like, I'm busy, but just show me through the window. So he cracked the door open and he's like showing this file through the window while the director is like looking from his desk inside the office.
Can I ask you about just the little mundane questions, basically,
Sure.
about like what did you study at uni?
So I did law and commerce. I started and then I dropped law because I was not doing well at that.
I don't like law either. Of my experience of it, anyway.
And then I finished with commerce, majoring in economics.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And yes, as you said, you did complete it.
I did.
What uni was that at?
What year did I graduate?
No, what uni? Sorry.
Oh, Wollongong.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah, good uni.
Good uni, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I liked it. I like that we didn't participate in the snobbery of the more prestigious unis.
That's true.
Yeah, well, everyone looked down on me. I went to UWS.
Whoa.
No.
Valid.
Valid. Wollongong is elevated.
Yeah,
Elevated.
exactly. You wouldn't get it.
How did it, talking about your mind being transformed, how did that transform your ministry? Because you said you were involved in a lot of ministries.
Yeah.
Did that change a lot when it came to that as well?
You know, that's such an interesting, loaded topic.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good.
This is what you get from UWS when you go to UWS.
That's the style of journalism that you get.
Even though I studied sports management.
Multi-skilled.
Thank you.
So like I mentioned, I was very involved at church and ministry. And I'm really glad for every bit of ministry that I did. I think it's shaped me and taught me a lot. And I hope to see the fruit of that in heaven because, I cared for those I was ministering to. And, Jesus tells us to serve and to go and make disciples. I will say that I think there's a way to serve where it's actually becoming a crutch for you. And I think looking back, there were some moments where I probably needed the ministry a little incorrectly. Like, I don't know how to say this, but there is wrong motives to do ministry, right? And I don't think I had super wrong motives. Like in the end, my heart was there to serve God, but there was also a sense where I felt like it was the only area of my life where I wasn't failing for a while. And with ministry comes, like, ministry is hard, but there's also like a reputation and a respect that it gives as well within the church, if we're being honest. And you need a strong character and humility to carry that. You need to humble yourself before God when you serve. And I think the trouble with me was I wasn't doing that for some time. I think a period of time I was like, at least I'm having success in this area. Like, at least I am living for God. And that was the wrong attitude that I had at that time. Because it's not about you. It's about God, and it's about the work that you're doing. And so it actually, it's weird. I don't think it helped my mental health because I had the wrong attitude about it. But there's still so much, like, there was so much beauty in it. And either the youth goals that I had, like, I cherish those that time of ministry, and I still maintain those relationships. So I think I probably should have checked myself a little more and not used it as a crutch at times. Yeah.
Mm. But you still found joy in it at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely. I think, but yeah, what I mean to say is that like when I had a right mind, I had the proper joy in it.
Right.
And yeah, there's no joy quite like serving, like ministry. It's
And serving together with people.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what God commissions us to do. Yeah, I just think that we need to constantly be giving ourselves the heart check as we do ministry.
Mm.
Yeah, and sometimes you can get your identity as a Christian mixed up in what
Absolutely.
you're doing, rather than
Yeah.
like you've spoken about, the source of a lot of things is God. And so you might not be directly just like cutting off from the source, but you might be just like redirecting everything through ministry into that, you know?
Yeah.
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 And sometimes I suppose like I'd probably done this too, like you kind of like put yourself in front of the source kind of thing, and that can get in the way of what you're doing with your leading or something like that. So you're still doing it. I would say like when I was first probably youth leading, I was probably a bit like that. I think I just wanted to spend more time with my friends.
I think when you're young, it's hard to develop the right attitude.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, God is faithful. And I do think that when you look at other people, we should have the attitude of Paul of just being like, whether false motives are true, Christ is preached, and, you know, praise God for the ministry. And we want, like, already the harvest is plentiful and the workers are few. So we want people to, like, it's so important to serve.
Because he still uses us through
Absolutely.
our failings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then for ourselves, for our own growth with God, we need to make sure that we're having the character to carry that responsibility well.
Yeah.
What do you led, how long did you youth lead for? That's my first question.
9 years.
Okay. Nice. What do you think that taught you the most, youth leading?
Oh, man, it was so much. I think there's a few things. I think that firstly, like just the joy of watching like a younger generation come to know God is so beautiful. And just to have any part of that is so rewarding. And I think that one of the first lessons I learnt like discipling people was to not stress about everything, because I think at first you tend to be like, oh no, they're straying, or they're going down this path, they're going that, and you really want to just protect them and shield them. And I remember particularly, like, I think there was someone had got into a relationship with a non-Christian, and then it was like an emergency meeting and everyone's like, well, we've lost them, and then that's it, this is how it's going to go. And I just thought, like, you just have to walk with them. You just have to be like Christ to them, you know, just love them. Who knows, God might bring them back, might bring the partner back, like he can do that. But yeah, show them Christ's love instead of just determining like, this is like, I have so much experience and this is how it's going to go, and you need to do this, and you need to, like, this is how you got to live your life. Like, you are just there to speak wisdom into their life and to show them, to model to them what a life with Jesus looks like, and entrust it to God. Pray for them and give it to God. Don't try and be like, I don't know. I just feel like that's sometimes the thing with youth leading. Like, you get so into the nitty gritty and so panicked about like this situation and that situation, and it's hard because you get so attached and you love these kids.
Yeah.
But they belong to God, and he will work in their lives. And, you know, I was someone who probably all my youth leaders were probably like, she's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong, right? But you don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And in the same way, someone who would like, that kid is going to end up in jail one day. Like, and then they might be the minister like in a few years. So it's not about your work. You're here to just be obedient to God and to serve. But God is the one that's making it grow. God is the one who's influencing their hearts.
Yeah, and maybe we sometimes are tempted to kind of control that a bit too much. Like, oh, we have to be a good youth leader, I have to do this and control this situation. Whereas that isn't really our job. It's very similar. Like, it's a lot of the things you're talking about is allowing God to work through you rather than
absolutely
almost trying to like work for God.
Yeah.
Like it's a job.
Mm-hmm.
Something I was thinking about was, can you share your morning routine that you have with your something you were telling me was funny? That was a while ago, and I'm like, oh, not funny. Sorry, it wasn't funny. I'm like, this is cool. I just had that thought just before. I'm like, this is something you've told me before. I think it's good.
Like, people are gonna be like, this is just too much.
You need to do an Instagram reel. Here's my 4 a.m. morning routine.
You will not catch me ever doing that.
I won't catch you publishing it anyway.
So I like to wake up early. Currently I wake up at 4 a.m.
I told you it was
You lost me.
No, this is why I want you to share it.
I love it. I love it. My goal is to wake up before like I hear any birds or anything. I want to be, I want to
get that worm.
Yeah.
Before the birds. The birds don't get any worms.
That's it. Yeah. So I wake up and I just like spend some time in prayer. And then my mum also wakes up. So I got this from her because she's been waking up like at the crack of dawn since I was in high school. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I used to be like, Mum, you're too much, like relax. But now I'm like, you're so wise. So she would always, like in everything, like, oh, thank you, Jesus, for this tiny thing. I'm like, stop. But now I'm like, no, yes. It really is. So yeah, she would get up early, read the Bible and pray. And I always used to remember, like, she really loves it. Like I pray because I have to and I think it's good. But she can't wait to get up. And she's like, I want time with God before I have to deal with all of you, basically. You know, that's just me and God.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want that too. So I've been waking up early and she wakes up early and we have our separate, we're just praying and reading the Bible. And then at like 5:36, we will both read the Bible together.
I love this. So cool.
And she will then make a coffee and then Dad like potters in to the room maybe 6:30ish. And then, yeah, we usually like pray together, just chat about our day. I like slow mornings. I really hate rolling out of bed and then having to rush to work. So this is ideal for me. I get like 4 hours before I have to do anything. And I feel like I don't feel like I just live to work. So yeah, it's really precious time. So got to have coffee or tea in the morning.
Okay.
And that'll be like, it's already been like 3 hours-ish since I've been up. So it's a nice ease in to like, okay, now we're getting ready for the next phase. And yeah, then just standard shower, get ready, go to work.
Do you have breakfast as well? Is that?
Yeah.
Or you just feast on God's word?
Just man does not live on bread alone. No, I do have breakfast sometime in there, or I'll just take something to work and have it there.
Speaking of this, we were talking about food before. Like, why do you love cooking and stuff, right? Can you tell us about why? Like, why do you love cooking so much?
Oh, I think this goes back to even my grandparents. Like my grandma, my mum's mum, she loved cooking. And this was one of the reasons why we have such good memories of India, because we would arrive and there would be like jars, I'm talking like floor to here, full of sweets.
Oh,
Just because for weeks she'd been making batches and batches of food for us that can be kept. And just the whole every day eat, you know. A lot of people have beautiful grandmas like this. And she would cook all our favorite meals, and it would just be like, this is heaven. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories, you know, I've lost all my grandparents, but one of my favorite memories that I cherish of my mum's side particularly, there's this fried fish dish that I love. It's like probably my favorite.
what's it called?
Well, it's just fried fish in,
Oh.
in Tamil.
I thought it had okay, well, yeah, but say it in Tamil then.
Poricha mean.
Okay.
So I love this dish, and you know, my grandma would make like a whole bunch and she'll put it on the table. And my mum would always tell me, take one, because all your cousins are here, all your aunties and uncles, you're not going to embarrass me by like just grabbing from the
constantly
pile.
eating it, yeah.
She wouldn't say it like that, but you know, her thing
That's
was
the
like,
one.
just take one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be so like, I couldn't control myself. I want this fish. Like it, you know, I waited this whole year to come here.
Yeah, of
right?
course. Right.
And my granddad knows that it's my favorite meal. So what he would do is he would take a bunch on his plate, and once I'd finished one, he'd put his on my plate and finish. And so at all times it looks like I just have one, but he's like slowly explaining it to me.
He's transferring it around. Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, I think like food is really tied to memories for all of us.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it reminds me of like family and like togetherness. And just growing up being like, anytime we want to talk about something or spend time together, my mum's already got the chai brewing on the stove. She's got snacks on a plate. It's just this picture of community and family. And I think that's what I have always loved about, you know, kingdom of heaven, what we hear about it in the Bible. It's always described as a feast, and that he's going to provide for us, because yeah, that's one of the things that you do when you love someone, is you make food for them and share in it together.
Do you try and recreate that fried fish?
I've tried, but it's not the same.
It's
just not the same.
So what are the flavors in that? So you got fried fish, but what else is
It's
in there?
marinated in like chili, turmeric. I can't remember the other spices.
I'm going to get too hungry and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
And the trick is you get curry leaves and put them in because they're pan fried, and you put them in the oil and they will like start to crack and, you know, spit. And then you put the fish right on top, and the curry leaves just infuse with the oil and the fish.
The fish, wow, okay.
It's just so good.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Because doesn't your mum, I think Jabish has told me, your mum just goes over to India once a year and just buys all her spices and everything from India and then brings them back.
Wow.
And
imagine what the excess baggage charge is.
No, never.
She's got it sorted.
Always, we
very
will never
clever.
pay for excess baggage. It's good in India because you can go, they have the mills there still, so you can actually just take your dried chilies and they will grind it up for you fresh, and all the rest.
Yeah. What do you love cooking the most?
I think I love baking most, desserts and stuff. Actually, like during HSE, I used to stress bake a lot.
Stress bake?
Yeah, because I had this weird need to I need to feel like I'm doing something well. So I would just bake something in the kitchen. And mum would literally come home and there's like piles of cookies or all these muffins or Indian sweets. And she'd be like, what do we do with this now? And so Jabish would have to drive me, because I didn't have my license, to all my friends' houses to drop off this food. And he'd be like, what's wrong with you? Like, why don't you just go for a walk? Like, why don't you do this?
I can fully imagine him saying that. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? Why do you keep doing this? He's like this uni driving his little sister around to her friend's house.
Oh, that's really funny.
It was good.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
What if you're going to bake today? What are you going to bake? Sorry, I like asking these questions.
Well, we are heading to spring, so I
Mm.
feel like some fresh flavors, some citrusy, maybe a pavlova.
Ooh.
I guess that's a bit summery, but
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I've been craving one for a while.
So that's what you're doing this afternoon.
That's it.
Oh, one last question on food. Sorry, what's an Indian sweet? I don't know if I've ever had Indian sweets before.
Well, what you have to know about Indian sweets is that if you don't have a sweet tooth, or if you remotely are like, I don't like too much sweet, just don't even bother. Don't even try it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because our flavor profiles are like, it's always going to be 100. So if it's
Yeah.
savory, it is spicy to the core.
Yeah.
We'll literally fry chilies and eat them.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's sweet, it's going to be dunked in sugar syrup, like
Oh,
before
right.
eating it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the classic one is a gulab jamun. It's like kind of like a donut hole, but then it's soaked in a sugar syrup, so like
Mm.
absorbs
Yeah.
all the sweetness.
So like
Yeah.
baklava and stuff like that too with it.
Yeah, they
sugar
also
syrup, is it?
yeah. It's a very like that region of the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like to soak things. in
Remember
syrup.
that day we went and got baklava together?
I was more thinking of, I went to a wedding once that
Mm.
was someone who's Middle Eastern background getting married to someone who was Indian background.
Oh,
And
wow.
the food was off
What a combo.
the chain.
That'd have been awesome.
Yeah. And I was thinking of, I think it must have been those like donut hole things. I was
Yes.
like, oh man, that was so good.
So
Yeah.
good.
So good. You've mentioned your mum and dad before. I was just interested to see like what have you learnt from them? Like you spoke about their faithfulness and stuff,
Yeah.
but I was really sad to never experience this, but I know that your mum and dad at some point were actually cooking dinner for our Cronulla gathering
Yeah.
as well, which I
Yeah.
never got to experience. And I think they also did a late night a couple of times too.
I
They've
think
done
so.
that, haven't they?
Yeah.
And I'm just so
That's
sad.
where I've had the chai before.
Yeah. I'm so sad I didn't experience that just for whatever
I'm
reason.
sure they'd be keen to do it again.
Well, maybe I can just come around.
Yeah, for sure.
Invite yourself
Yeah.
over for dinner.
So besides cooking skills, because I think there's a lot that's been passed down, and I love that about so many families that like from different backgrounds that they pass on recipes and things like that. Like you think Italian nonnas passing down recipes and all that kind of thing. But then it's funny you said that like even in Indian circles there's a debate about
Yes.
how you don't do that properly.
Always.
So back to the question. Sorry, what have you also learnt from your parents? Because you've spoken so highly of them, and I know Jabish has too. So tell me about your parents and what you love so much about them.
Yeah, where to begin? I think my dad is like very principled and disciplined. So even an example, like he goes for a jog every day, rain, hail or shine. He's got his raincoat, he's got his hat. He has to start his day off like that. So if he commits to something, he's like, it'll never break type of person. He's really, he's someone who I think is very, because he's principled, he's like, I guess he's demonstrated his faith in just a consistent reliance on God for everything. And his circumstances have really gone up and down like throughout his life, but he's always never turned his back on God and always had joy in him. So I've really seen that through his life. And again, like it's probably their stories to tell, but they've both individually been through a lot before they were married.
Right.
And I think like just having faith no matter what the circumstance is a really tough thing to grasp. Like I think even mature Christians really struggle whenever there's a tough circumstance hits. But I've like witnessed him in person, the way he responds when tough things happen. And it's just like, it's a very like, okay, we go to God and we keep, being faithful, keep being godly. Mum is very much like, if dad's like the real disciplined, mum's like the free spirit. She's
It gets up at 4 a.m.
gets up at 4 a.m, just loves God, there's always like praise and worship music in our house, like, especially growing up, and she's just like singing away, and you know, we always had people like in and out of our house. I remember, actually one story I could tell. There's like a weird theme for our family. Sometimes I've reflected, like, betrayal has been a theme. Like, people come into our lives and then just leave kind of abruptly and hurtfully. And I've really seen them struggle but also be godly through it. And I have literally seen people who have really hurt them turn up on our doorstep years later and be like, I don't have anywhere to go. And my parents have immediately taken them in and like given them a place to stay until they got back on their feet.
Wow.
So these are the kind of things that I've been like, wow, this is why I can't doubt God's got their back, because I've seen how, okay, you didn't lash out, you didn't feel like you needed to say your side of the story to everyone, and you were just godly and faithful, and look how God turned that around. And so I really just saw faith lived out. I saw that you won't be disappointed, you won't be let down if you keep his commands. And also just practically, like, the prayer. I think my mum is just like a prayer warrior. She loves it, and that's how she fights her battles, and it's never failed us, never failed her. So those are if I had just to condense down, that's what I would mention.
That's lovely. Yeah. We're really going to meet these guys. We should get them on the pod. That'd be pretty good.
I would love it.
Get them on together.
Actually, they hate talking about themselves. So
do they?
Struggle.
Oh,
but
we'll get it out of them.
Yeah.
Come on, cook us some
Use
food.
your University of Western Sydney skills.
That might be the first time someone on the podcast has used to call back to get me back.
I'm glad to be the first.
That's awesome. What was the other question? I was going to ask you, just in terms of, you said you finished uni.
Mm-hmm.
UOW.
Yes.
Let's go ducks.
Are they called? Is that just
I'd assume
the
we're
duck
a duck
pond?
There is a weird duck
There's
pond
a lot
thing.
of ducks
There's
there.
a lot of ducks on
A
the
lot of
marketing.
wildlife.
They've leaned into the marketing.
Yeah.
Of the
Have
ducks
they?
marketing.
Have
Yeah.
they?
Yes.
Oh, that's quite clever,
I
actually.
think there's a statue of a duck in one
There
of the
is.
ponds.
There is the big one. Big
What?
scary one. I can't say it. But anyway.
Oh,
You
it's got a
wouldn't get
nickname.
it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
You
One of
wouldn't.
the
You
things.
wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Did you have water where you went?
Well, I think
Have you seen
we
a pond?
did. Not at the Campbelltown campus, anyway. No, there wasn't. Yeah, I think I've said before, the biggest problem with the Campbelltown campus is it's just like this gigantic long line. Like,
Yeah,
all the
okay.
buildings are in a long line. So if you need to
Oh.
get anywhere, it's just like you got to walk a couple of Ks.
Yep.
I do love that the thing you said was you enjoyed not leaning into the snobbery, and yet we're just full snobbery.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Uni and then career. You said you didn't have any aspirations about what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But you've graduated, what was it, commerce with economics.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an idea of what you want to do after uni, though?
I think I was just going through the motions. Like, yeah,
Okay.
I guess I'll get a job in the field. Because I deferred in the middle of uni and did a year at an accounting firm. I thought that would be like a nice change of pace. I hated it. It was awful. I mean, I can't even sugarcoat it. It was an awful place. It was one of those offices that, you know, corporate is very different now, but silence the whole day. Everyone's got their head down. Everyone's hating their life, hating their jobs. And I once got called into a meeting room because I like checked my phone, like checked my messages. And it was like, that was a no-no. You don't touch your phone during the day. So it was very like...
Is this one of the big firms?
No, it was very
okay.
much a mid-sized firm.
So mid.
Total. It's like a...
Mid in every way.
Yeah, it's like a UWS kind of firm, was it? Is that what you said?
You said it. So all the directors were in glass offices. And one of the things I witnessed that I was like, you guys are just ridiculous. A manager was needing to show a document to the director. But the director was like, I'm busy, but just show me through the window. So he cracked the door open and he's like showing this file through the window while the director is like looking from his desk inside the office.
What?
It's like
I
the
was like,
least efficient way.
Yeah. Just like, it was...
He actually opened the door
He just cracked the door so that he could hear him speak.
and then held it up on the window.
Yes.
What?
I will not stand up for you, peasant.
Yeah,
Just like, oh, that's
Yeah,
such a power trip.
It is, isn't it?
It was the most pathetic thing I've seen. I was like, I hate this place. I don't want to work like this.
I can't even imagine, like, just doing that to someone is, like, it's very humiliating. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's what it was. It was just like the hierarchy and yeah. So that was like, oh gosh, this is what work is going to be like. So I went back to uni, graduated, and where did I go next? I did some admin for like this company that runs courses for childhood educators. So it was just admin job. I didn't mind it. It was quite nice actually. Javish had always been saying like, come to my company, come where I work. And I was like, no, because it would be customer service. I'd have to join through. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be on the phones. And then eventually I was like, okay, I can't be in this job forever. So let's give it a go. So I hopped over. And I really like my job. So I did customer service for, I think, 5 months and then moved to consumer lending. And then now I'm in a role, the team is called Merchant Risk. So we basically assess businesses that want to partner with our company and assess them for like suitability, financial risk, fraud risk.
So you get to judge them?
You get to judge them.
You are definitely not, you are too risky.
Exactly.
Inherited from your parents, like you were saying, like they were rather risk averse, and you're like, yes, I get to live this out.
That's my life.
Risky, not risky.
And my life is talking to the salespeople and be like, no, we cannot onboard these people. It's just because you like them. This is a scam.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's you obviously don't want to lend them money because they won't be able to pay it back. And yeah, all right, that makes sense.
I'm joking, but our salespeople are very good.
Clients, not some of the clients you are assessing.
Yes.
Not so much, right. I see. So I suppose another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, because it's fun, it's been fun. We haven't really followed the general narrative of your life. We've gone all over the place.
Yeah.
I like that. That's fun.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you about church. So were you at one church yourself? Because you're at Soul Revival now.
Yes.
And you're not doing youth leading at the moment, or you've dipped in and out for a little bit to help out.
Filling in here and there.
Yeah, which I'm sure the youth leaders are very thankful for. Or they better be.
Well, grilling me now.
How the turntables turn.
Turntable turn.
It's from a movie, some
Okay.
stupid movie. I don't know where it comes from. I
It's
think
from The Office.
It comes. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it from The Office? There you go.
How the turntables.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was something else. I thought someone else says how the turntables, like a DJ turntables turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Maybe it is from The Office. Anyway,
It's definitely from Michael Scott. I don't know if there's a deeper.
it's something he would say.
reference to
That
Yeah.
character would say, isn't it? Michael Scott. Did you see there's a new Office?
I did. The paper
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, I watched the first half of the first episode. I'm like,
Oh, you
this
didn't
is-
like it?
No, it's no good.
I just think create new things.
Yeah.
You're
Just
never
leave
gonna,
it.
it's never going to be the same.
Well, the thing is, The Office was a recreation of another thing.
Well,
anyway.
true.
But
That's true.
they did it well.
You did it well.
The American did a good job. Have you watched the British one?
The British one
No.
I love.
The
That's
British
why
one
I've
is
never
really
watched
funny.
the American
Oh, really?
one.
Yeah.
It's very British.
It's
It's
also
very different.
I don't know if I like British humor.
Yeah, if you
I
don't
can
like
get
British
on
humor,
like
you
the
won't like
British.
it.
It's also very non-PC.
Yeah. Oh,
It-
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
part I enjoyed
Yeah.
about
Ricky
it.
Gervais.
I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they put BBC.
More so than
please.
the American Office?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's also...
Like even
Oh.
more so.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's also just like, I don't know, British humor like leans into the awkward silences and like,
Yeah.
I struggle
and
with
I
that
think
sometimes.
that's like they really take that office, like you said, like sitting in an office where like everyone's
Yeah.
quiet and like, it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, that's
they
true.
lean into that so well.
Yeah, that's true.
Like where it's just like horrifically awkward.
Stu has been really trying to get me to watch Monty Python.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should watch that.
Okay.
Or have you watched Fawlty Towers?
No.
Oh,
I reckon
Start with Fawlty
a good
Towers.
lead into
Okay.
the Monty Python might be Fawlty Towers, because Fawlty Towers is hilarious. even though it's so awkward. Some of the episodes I can't watch.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Like I've watched all of them. Now I'm just like, I'll only watch some of my favorites now. The thing, have you seen the bit in The American Office? You would have. You know when they have, my favorite of everything in The American Office is when they do the fire drill.
Oh my gosh.
That is
Dwight.
oh my God. That is that
so good.
scene is so funny.
When she throws the cat.
throws the cat up because she's trying to rescue the cat.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
first of all, it's in the drawer.
Yeah.
So have you seen that scene?
I haven't watched. I've watched
I need to
maybe
show
the
you that
first like
scene.
2 episodes.
So that scene's on YouTube.
That's
It's like a
good.
5-minute scene, and
Yeah.
it's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
so funny. But there's all this context of like, there's a crazy cat lady. She keeps a cat in the office, but keeps it in a filing cabinet drawer. And so like, there's a fire drill, and they can't get out. And they're like, "Don't touch the door handle, you'll burn your hand." So they don't know how to get out of the place. And so they're like, "Get out through the roof." So like, they move a roof panel away, and instead of getting up first, she throws the cat up. Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm ruining any scenes, but
it's been well.
it's a very
done.
well done scene. It's hilarious.
So
We'll
good.
watch it later today,
day.
Brandon.
Yes.
No, not one day, today. Back to church.
Yes.
Sorry. Where were you going to church originally when you first arrived in India? From India. Sorry. From Chennai in India. There we go. I got it right.
Yeah, so we landed straight in Caringbah. So we've been in Caringbah our whole lives.
Well, the whole plane
Well,
landed in Caringbah.
Ah,
Just landed on the
it's that
Kingsway.
Western Sydney humour. It's so good. We came to Caringbah from the airport.
I'm just imagining like, what's this Air India flight doing here? Sorry.
Oh gosh.
What airline did you fly on? Do you remember?
I think maybe Singapore Airlines.
Okay, yep, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Anyway,
Those are
landed,
the important things.
Yeah,
land-
no, like
landed in Caringbah.
very impressed you remember.
So we've always lived in Caringbah.
Oh, how old were you?
that's
Sorry.
right. I was 4.
Okay, yep. So you would be, it'd be very hard to remember that.
Yes. I don't remember much. And yeah, we knew like one family who lived in Caringbah, which is why we chose Caringbah.
Okay.
And they went to St. Phil's in Caringbah, so that's where we also.
Oh, so they were Christians
joined.
too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, started going there. There for a long time.
You're a Soul Revival now.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us about Soul Revival and tell us how you've enjoyed it.
Solies is so good. It's such a beautiful place. I think. So Jabish and Amy were here first, so I had already had like the good recommendation. I knew Matt and Kim from before as well, so
Oh, yeah.
came very highly commended. And yeah, I think like the minute I stepped through the doors and attended the first service, I could tell that this is what God means when He wants community for us. It's not just a place where, you attend and then you go home and go about your lives. It's people that care for each other and want to spend time with each other. And yeah, just I'm sure it's been talked about, but the concept of having the meal together each week and my love for food and community together.
Yeah. I was going to make that link, but I'm glad that you made
Let me
it.
do it. Well, yeah, it's just, I think that's what it's all about. I think that if we can model what God wants heaven to look like, then we're doing pretty well. And I think we will just be enjoying each other, praising God, and spending time feasting and laughing and all the rest. And yeah, it was just, the community is definitely like, it's so beautiful and godly. I also really, really admire Stu, and I think like leadership was very important to me. So not that I like watched him, but I was like observing,
Oh, okay. His style of leadership,
what
or
kind
the
of
way he was
leader
leading.
he was, and
Yeah.
what kind of person. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, this man is so anointed, basically. Like, I think he really, really has that heart for God, and I see the heart for people as well. And even just like, I think the best pastors are the ones who have just lived in the real world for a solid amount of time and then go into ministry. And I can see that his experiences have shaped his character. And so I really think that, culture and stuff is top down. And I can see that, obviously God is at the top, and then it's been really well shepherded, this church. And that enables this community to flourish the way it does. And I felt very welcomed from the get-go. And made really great friendships. And I'm really, really happy. I feel like very encouraged every week. So.
Oh, cool. Well, I wasn't expecting you to give us such a good rap. Not us. I shouldn't say us, sorry. But I wasn't expecting you to speak so eloquently and effusively.
Elevatedly.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Just go with it.
One question, I suppose, is there something that surprised you coming to Soul Revival? You've got experience of being in other churches.
I think that it's really hard to nail down such a good culture that like you can just be yourself and there's no in every other social gathering there's something that unites you, and that means that you're kind of all similar people in some way.
Right.
And with Soulies, it's so beautiful because everyone's so different and there's such a vast ages, personalities, but everyone has so much joy with each other. And I think just the extent of that, like it sounds basic, but just seeing that is really amazing, and it's not common. So I think that's something we really do well at Soulies, is just loving people for who they are and pointing everyone to Christ in the way that we do community.
It was a huge part of me becoming a Christian, I think, was that showing that I could be myself. Whereas I'm not saying it was similar to what the story that you shared, but it was like something's not right and I can't be myself. I feel like I'm pretending sometimes, but I don't understand why. And then to see people just to love me who I was.
Yeah.
I've spoken about this before, but this was week away 2004.
Wow. And
that was the real moment. It was like, oh, people outside, like my year at school, most of them that are older than me, or some that were just slightly older than me, are like, yeah, we just want to be friends with you, and for who you are. And I think that's maybe what you're speaking to a little bit there. But it's nice to hear that that's what you love coming to church for.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, if I may, can I ask you the kind of final question?
Sure.
So we've looked over a lot of things in your life. What do you wish you could tell your younger Christian self? And I'm fascinated by what this answer is going to be, given what you have shared.
Yeah. That's a tough one. So I think that, there's like when you are in such like a prison of your own mind, there's not a lot that makes its way through, and that is, you like hear a lot of good things, but you're like, whatever, So I would be like, I wish I just went to the Bible faster. That's what I really wish that I did. Obviously, like God had ordained my story to be the way it was, but it was just waiting. He was waiting for me to come to him.
Yeah.
So I think I would just say, like, just stop trying to take the shortcuts, or stop looking for meaning everywhere other than Jesus, because you already know who he is. But, looking for meaning and validation in your appearance or personality, how people view you, in your success, just it's not ever going to fulfill you. You'll never get there. So just give it to Jesus, because he will give you the meaning and the worth that you're looking for. So I would just encourage my younger self to get plugged in and really like live out the word and read it, be rooted in it, and pray. Just follow your mum's example and pray. I think I would also say, like, have courage, like have some more courage. I'm really amazed at some of the younger Christians I see at Soli's, that they're so outspoken and on fire for their faith. I really admire that. It's not easy, and it's harder to be a Christian these days when you're younger. Pardon me. I was just terrified. I was so like scared to speak up, and again would never have done like a podcast like this because I'd be like, just keep it quiet. It's a private faith. Like, it's just between me and God. But I think I would just say, just speak up, have courage, and don't be afraid.
I love that you've spoken up today.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. Like you said, it was the first time that you've done it. It's also interesting you saying, with the first answer you gave is like, go to the Bible quicker. Do you think, this is a question for both of you, do you think that we all wish we did that in a earlier way, like in our own experiences and our own lives? Do you think that's always like going to be the constant reflection we might have of like, yeah, I should have done this sooner? What do you think? Go on, Braden, you go first.
Yeah, I think I resonate. Like, it's always a fun wrapping up question, but I kind of am going back to what you said when you were talking about your mum, where you're like, oh, just G down, mum. Like, it's like, if you like went and said, if you said that to yourself, would you be like, oh, Jwanel, like,
I probably
G down, like you're too much, jeez. Like, if you, like, I don't know if I was ready for that. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things that like life experience and God teaches you through experience that just get you there through living life. But yeah, like I think also I would encourage myself to become more biblically literate earlier. I think I was just like, because like reading the Bible is very different to reading a lot of things that you
it's
normally
like an interaction
do. So I think I was very much just like, oh well, this is hard, like, you know what I mean, like, and didn't really. Yeah, and I think you need to pray and ask God to open your eyes to when you're doing that, and He's fully capable to do that. But I wish I had. I think until I started going to like Bible study consistently, which I didn't start doing until Soli's planted again. So like, yeah, I think that helped a lot. Yeah,
I think that's a good point. I think I was probably quite similar. Like I said, like made a real commitment in year 12, a week away. And then I don't know if I became biblically literate until later in my 20s, like actually studying the word and getting stuck in. And but you had that kind of model to yourself by your parents, which is cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like it's so interesting is when you're a Christian, I feel like there's a point where you're like, okay, I got this now. And then you try and go in your own strength and what you already know.
That's true.
And I was thinking of, sorry if I'm extending this, but, I was thinking of like David, like I was rereading Samuel, and you know, he received this anointing, and then he was called to the palace. He's like playing the harp, then he becomes the armor bearer, then he defeats Goliath, and he's promised in marriage to the king's daughter. So he would have been like, sweet, yep, I got the anointing and here we go. And he's praising God all the way, and he's like, I'm set. But obviously the story doesn't go that way. He's next 12 years he's spent on the run. So I think that some of us, we have this foundation because we grew up hearing these words and we grew up understanding this much, and we think that we've understood this much, but you just have the foundation. Like, you need to keep reading, you need to keep leaning on God, and when He takes you through the deviations that you don't expect, you need to remember that He was faithful to all those people, and they're part of your history, and now you have your stones, you know, to represent His faithfulness to you, but you need to keep rooted in the Word and trusting in Him.
That's cool. Well, to wrap up the chips, as we like to say, we have the badges
Yes.
that we now give to
So
everyone
happy.
that joins the podcast. I was going to say, you don't have any tattoos, do you? Because Gerald showed off some of his tattoos on the last
I
episode.
don't
Okay.
have any tattoos.
Just before we got onto the bit badges, you are very welcome to choose a yellow one or a black one, and I'll pass the box over to you to make a choice. But you must wear it every day with pride, and even at home when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, just pop that on your pajamas.
These are so cool. I did recall seeing some in some goodie bags at Week Away. I thought that was so cool.
You've chosen the black.
I've chosen the
black
one.
background. Very
Black
nice.
goes with everything.
Yes, it
Does, doesn't it? Apparently, I don't know.
This is awesome.
All right. Well, that's been fantastic to have you on the podcast. Can I just say that every time we do this podcast, I'm mutually encouraged, and today is no exception. And from hearing the story that you hadn't shared before, I'm so glad that you did, because I really am excited for people to hear the story.
Yeah.
But also for me to just hear it as a massive encouragement to myself, and I'm sure Braden would say the same thing. But the fact that it's the first time you've done it and you spoke so well about it, it means, as I said, you're very thoughtful and very considered, and I'm very encouraged by your faith and the way that you have explained it. I think is really good. I think that's another thing that I appreciate you is that you explain it very well. You talk about it very well. It's not just thinking about it. You actually was it not expound? What's the right? I'm trying to think of the right way.
I think expound is
Explicate. I can't, all these words. Extrapolate. Whatever you're saying is good.
Western Sydney. I'm joking.
Again, that's going to be a common joke now. You just got that guy goes to Western Sydney, or went to Western Sydney. But I'm so glad that a few weeks ago I asked, like, do you want to come on the podcast? And you only thought about it for a bit, and then you said yes. And I'm really, really excited. I'm quite proud of you.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's definitely, I think, the Holy Spirit, because I would never have done this if not. And this is like it's going to be a landmark moment for me, like to look back and be like, look where God has taken you.
Yeah, absolutely. Look how you've come from where you were in some really dark times.
Yeah.
So that's so amazing.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Brandon, anything else you want to add?
Oh, just echoing everything Joel said. And it is a weird way to like sit down and get to know someone this way, but it's also very special.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's really
And
cool.
you talked about some really tricky, hard things, but the way that you explained it was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to be very encouraged.
I hope so.
And if you hear this, make sure you say hello to Jwanel, because she's awesome. Yeah. But we'll say thank you to everyone that was listening or watching today. Yeah. Thank you again to our lovely guest, Jwanel.
Prestigious. Elevated. We've all been elevated.
Prestigious. Yes, you have elevated in your faith. And that's where we'll finish. And thank you to everyone. And we like to finish with a one way. So we do it one way.